Hello, everyone out there in Rumble, X, and YouTube land. That's right. Time for some more C4, man. Oh my God, let's get through this goddamn movie, man. I'm Diego. Welcome back to Diego Knows. Now, I'm going to finish in this video. We're going to finish talking about Love Actually, this piece of shit rom-com that you love so much, or else you wouldn't be watching this video. But if you made it this far, if you watched the other reviews I made on this movie, then you know that I think this movie is a pile of dog shit. It's not the worst rom-com I've ever seen, far from the best, but it's not very good, okay? And I know that's a subjective opinion, but I think it's pretty much an objective opinion too. A lot of women that I know love this movie. They point out their favorite scenes, or the most emotional scenes that they resonated with. For example, Emma Thompson's character, Karen, when she finds out that her husband bought the gold necklace for another woman, and she's crying by herself up in the bedroom, the scene where Mark brought those sandwich boards to write down how much he loved Juliet, in silence, she read it out loud, or she read it in her mind, on Christmas, that was just fucking dog awful, a fucking abortion. Okay, and then the whole fucking chase to the airport with Liam Neeson and his stepson, because he only fucking dates single moms. They run to the airport to catch Joanna so he can profess his love to her. That kind of shit. Basically teaching his stepson to be a fucking pussy. A lot of that stuff, is very well remembered. Of course, who can ever forget fucking Hugh Grant's enormous dance sequence to Jump for My Love by the Pointer Sisters, where he's doing the whole John Travolta thing, in the Parliament office, acting like a fucking queer. Well, actually, I ain't gonna say that. No, because, I dance that way around here. I do that here, I have a fucking Saturday Night Fever, man. I got a poster of Saturday Night Fever right over there. Yeah, you can't see it, but it's right there. It's right over there, you can see it here. Maybe in the background there. Yeah, see that poster right there above the fern? Yeah, look at that. See that right there? Yeah, that's fucking John Travolta, man. I'm old school like that. I'm hardcore, fucking dancing fiend. Disco's the greatest fucking music ever fucking made, no matter what you say. Okay? And yeah, I dance like that around here too, so I guess I ain't gonna fucking knock him for that, it was a sequence in there. But the point is, again, dancing aside, the point is that the men in this movie do not act like men, they act like women. They act like a gay guy's idea of what straight men are, just like every rom-com does that, okay? Very few ever show men acting like men. And this is definitely no exception. So the relationships that we talked about so far, we talked about, the last video I did was Jamie and Ariella. Ariella's some Portuguese girl who doesn't really speak English, and she gets hired to fucking clean house and make food for Jamie, who's a writer, a successful writer. Okay, and he's hiding out at his fucking summer home in France because he caught his girlfriend banging his brother. So he's upset about that, but he falls in love with the maid, Ariella, he keeps driving her back to her her hotel where she lives or some shit, whatever. Every day he has to drive her back there, and he tries to talk to her in the car, and his fucking Portuguese sucks. I guess it's supposed to be a running joke. He keeps trying to speak in Portuguese, and she doesn't understand what the fuck he's saying. And eventually they take lessons, okay, and he still fucking butchers the Portuguese language, but she does learn English, broken English, but she learns English, just in time to tell her that she's going to end up fucking his friends, okay, so that's the woman he gives his heart to, okay, so we went from one woman cheating on him to another woman who's about to cheat on him, and in real life, his wife was cheating on him, but that's another story, okay, yeah, look it up, man, there's some fucking journalist, that was harassing them. Yeah, look it up. Yeah, it's true. But anyway, so Colin Firth is basically the British version of fucking James Marsden. Okay? And what I mean by that is he plays a cuck in every fucking movie he's in. He gets cuckolded in every fucking movie, just like in real life, okay? James Marsden is just like he's the American version of that. You remember James Marsden? He was fucking, he was the rich guy from fucking The Notebook, the one that, what's her name, fucking fucked over. Okay, for you know who. I don't even fucking remember their name. And I reviewed that movie. Fuck, man, it's been a while. Okay, James Marsden, all right? He got cuckolded in the X-Men movies because his girlfriend was fucking Wolverine. He got cuckolded in fucking Enchanted, the fucking the Disney movie with the princess. Amy Adams was the princess. Remember, he was the prince. Okay, and then she ended up fucking that single dad in New York instead. You got cuckolded in Straw Dogs, where they were helping out some guy in the house, okay, and while he's there, his evil friends fucking raid them, and he has to fight them. While James Marsden's fighting them off, his wife is getting fucking filled out like an application by one of the guys. And he just gets cuckolded and everything. He's the cuckolded guy, right? He's the fucking he's the Aiden Shaw of fucking movies. But Colin Firth is the British equivalent of that. Okay, he gets cuckolded in every fucking movie. Really, look at Bridget Jones' Diary. He gets cuckolded by Hugh Grant, who's in this movie too. So yeah, dude. I guess I don't fucking know, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, Colin cuckold. Although he is in the fucking what's that fucking movie you chicks like that I don't fucking like, the action one, the Queen's or Gentlemen, or the fucking whatever the fuck it is, those guys are jumping around in slow mo and they're British and they're tight fucking British suits and there's no sweat and shit. The Kingsman, yeah, he's in that too. I think, does he get cuckolded? I don't fucking know because I don't read that shit. But anyway, the Kingsman, yeah, that's a franchise right there. Okay, but anyway, so that's that one. All right. Yeah, these stories are pretty much fucking stupid. Okay, they don't make much sense. They have no resolutions. Okay, Sarah, played by Laura Linney, her and fucking Carl, played by Rodrigo Santoro, their relationship goes nowhere. They go out together, they're about to fuck, and then she gets a phone call from her retarded brother in the mental institution, so she ends up leaving for him. And so she ends up getting no fucking dick on Christmas. She spends it with her retarded brother, who actually wants to kill her, who physically assaults her in the mental institution. Okay, then no romance with that. Then you got fucking John and Just Judy, who are, I guess they're fucking body doubles for fucking better looking fucking movie stars. Just go with it. Okay? And they fall in love. It's very awkward. They're nervous around each other, even though their job is to be naked around each other and simulate sex for the movie cameras in front of a whole bunch of people. But they're still nervous around each other, so it's very awkward when he asks her out, okay? And now there's also a guy who gives a Billy Bird or Billy Black, whatever the fuck his name is. He's an over-the-hill fucking has-been singer trying to make a comeback. So he sings a fucking Christmas version, a Christmas cover of fucking Love Is All Around by the Troggs, which came out fucking 500 years ago. And the director of this movie, Richard Curtis, also used the exact same song in 4 Weddings and a Funeral, another movie with Hugh Grant in it. Okay, and so he does that, and I guess it becomes a hit or some shit, and he ends up fucking singing naked on stage, and nobody gives a shit. He don't fall in love with anybody. Nobody falls in love with him. He's just a fucking asshole. He hates boy bands. That's the only thing he's got going for him. All right, and now we're gonna get to the last storyline in this fucking movie, okay? And that is Colin, okay? Colin and a bunch of various fucking American girls. All right, Colin is this nerdy guy, okay? But like all nerdy guys in these fucking movies, he thinks he's fucking God's gift. He thinks he's fucking John Holmes, okay? He fucking thinks he's goddamn fucking Ray Blitzerin or some shit, right? Or fucking Harry Styles, okay? He thinks he's one of those guys, even though he's a ugly, dorky looking, dumb fuck limey, all right? But anyway, what the fuck's his name again? Colin. Yeah, Colin is played by a guy named Jamie Bennett. Okay, Jamie Bennett, the actor, plays Colin. Like I say, he's a nerdy guy. He's a delivery guy. Works for a catering service. Okay, he basically serves food and he delivers food. Okay, and of course, we see him at the beginning of the movie. He's flirting with everybody that he delivers food to. He flirts with Mia. Okay, who cannot fucking stand him. She's got the hots for fucking 57-year-old fucking Hans Gruber, who's her boss, and is married to Emma Thompson, so she won't give him the time of day. He's working at the catering, for the catering service for this wedding, and he happens to flirt with this girl, this woman working there, and he talks about how the food sucks, how the food at this fucking wedding sucks, and he asks her, what does she do? She's like, well, I'm a chef. Oh, really? She's like, yeah. He goes, oh, well, you didn't cook this food, did you? She's like, actually, I did. He's like, well, I guess I'll just be going now, So he's just fucking just goddamn. Think of those guys from fucking The Full Monty. He's like one of those. Just this nerdy guy who's fucking flirts with every fucking girl. He gets rejected every fucking time. He doesn't give a shit. He just keeps going anyway. He thinks he's God's gift. He thinks that fucking there's plenty of fucking women out there that want his fucking limey dick. Okay, and he's just convinced of that. Now, yes, there are some guys that are like that, and believe it or not, ladies, you'd be surprised. The guys that really do believe that, they don't talk out loud about how great they are. They just fucking do it. They just go out there and just hit on women. They don't fucking always complain about it or talk to their best friend about it. Like he talks to his best friend Tony, who's this black guy there, okay, and tells him like how he's gonna fuck every girl in the world and that kind of shit. You know, he's that type of guy, okay. But the fact that he's got to talk about it all the time means that he has no fucking game. If he actually had game, okay, he would just do it. Okay, the results speak for themselves. Okay, if this is a guy who's surrounded by beautiful women, obviously he's doing something right. Okay, it always bothered me whenever you get these egotistical people who are always bragging about how great they fucking are. Okay, I'm thinking of fucking, what's her name? Samantha from Sex and the City. Okay, and I know y'all love that character, okay, but god damn it, the bitch does nothing but talk about great about herself and how great she is. Let me tell you something, you fucking bitch, okay? People that really are great, they don't have to fucking tell the world about it, okay? It's pretty fucking obvious. Okay, just look at what they've done. All right, they don't have to fucking remind you every fucking 30 seconds about how fucking great they are. Okay, Colin's definitely one of those guys. Samantha from Sex City is definitely one of those people. Okay, and Colin's like that as well. Okay, but the problem is he realizes that he has no game in the UK. He's got no game in Britain. Okay, so he's got this crazy idea that American women love men with British accents. That is true. I've seen it happen before. Okay, they love men with accents in general. Okay, I mean, women get wet for a guy with a fucking accent. It doesn't matter if it's fucking, you know, French or fucking Romanian or Russian or fucking Italian, especially Italian. Oh shit, man, those girls go fucking Niagara Falls down there. If you're Italian, you can speak another language. That's even better. Okay, but yeah, they enjoy that. They enjoy men because they're exotic. It makes them exotic. Okay, every fucker they look at is going to speak with an American accent like me. Okay, but not every guy they meet, no matter what they look like, is going to talk like this, my lady. You know, and have that be their authentic, real voice. Okay, so yeah, that turns women on. Women are more turned on by stupid shit like that, man. Whereas men, we're not, man. I don't give a shit what your fucking accent. You could sound like you're from fucking Orange County, or you could sound you're from fucking Glasgow. It doesn't fucking matter. Do you got big tits or not? That's what turns me on. But women aren't like that. Women are more like, oh my god, you have you know, like that. All right. So it's true. He's got a point there. You know, just like me. You know, when I go to Europe. Like, I've been to Europe a couple of times. You know, I'm exotic over there. Like, I'm a fucking American. You know, what do they think about us over there? Oh, we're a bunch of fucking microwaves and cheeseburgers. No, there's a little bit more to Americans than that. Okay, but yes, I'm exotic over there. Okay, they love Americans over there. Well, maybe not love us. Okay, they love us in secret over there. I'll tell you that. Okay, generally the leaders hate us. Okay, but the people think we're okay. You know, I mean, we fucking bail them out of every fucking war they're in. So, you know, they at least, some of them, at least the girls at least appreciate us because we're different from what they're used to. Just like, you know, a British guy over here in America will be different from what the girls here are used to. Okay, so there is some truth to that. He believes that if he goes to America, some jerkhole fucking town over there, like I don't know, like Milwaukee or something, you know, then the girls are gonna be all over him. And unfortunately, he's right. He's right about that. He is. Okay. So he decides, you know, he points out that he rented out, so he stays with Tony, the black guy, okay, who's actually an assistant producer who films those pornos that fucking John and Just Judy are doing, the body double sex scenes that they're doing. But anyway, so he has to live with Tony because he rented out his apartment. It's flat. So he can save up enough money to go to America, okay? So he can get laid because he hasn't gotten laid, okay? He's really trying to get, at least he's a man on a mission, okay? He's got a backpack, a hiking backpack full of condoms. You know, you fucking dumb fuck. They got condoms in America. You know that, right? You can actually buy them at the airport when you get there, okay? The fact that you bought an entire backpack full of condoms while you're still in the fucking UK, okay, it's pretty fucking stupid. But this movie just wants you to go with it. So just go with it, all right? He's a dumb fuck, all right? But anyway, so that's going on here. Okay, Tony goes with him to the airport so that he can get on the Shag Highway. That's what he calls it. Shag Highway, all right, to America. I'm on the Shag Highway to America. Yeah, you are, okay? Okay, America, what's up? Here comes Colin Frizzle, and he's got a big knob. Yeah, and then that's what he says. That's what he screams at the airport when he's about to get on the fucking flight. And security doesn't tackle him or nothing, you know. Yeah. He says it out loud in front of everybody, even though he only needed to say it to one person, his best friend Tony. Not even a girl, but his best friend Tony. But he screams this out loud about what a big knob he's got. Look out, America. Here comes my full name. Just go with it, okay? This movie just wants you to fucking go with it, all right? Oh, it's cute. It's funny. He's trying to get laid. Let me tell you, it's not fucking funny, okay? It's not fucking funny. All right, there's plenty of guys out there that are doing the exact same thing this guy's fucking doing, and they're not getting laid. Okay, they're not getting laid. You know why? Because your average fucking real woman can see through this bullshit, okay? You gotta have a little bit more than a fucking an accent to get laid in real life. And I'm not saying women won't be turned on to it, okay? But once they get to know him, they're gonna realize he's got no fucking game. All he's got is a fucking accent, okay? And that's just not enough. Not in America, okay? And not over there either, okay? So, what the fuck? Anyway, in the movie, eventually he does make it to Milwaukee. He gets there, okay? It's snowing, it's cold, and he tells the taxi driver, yes, taxi, because this is 2003, to take him to an average American bar, okay? Where they got Bud Light everywhere. This is back when Bud Light was actually a semi-respectable beer, okay? So he goes into some fucking tavern. There's nothing but chicks in there, of course. Of course. Every time I go into a fucking bar, there's nothing but hot young girls in there. Every single time, even though he's kind of a nerdy guy, the fact that fucking there's no fucking, overweight or ugly fucking American girls that are also attracted to him, that are also flirting with him, no, not at all. No, only the super good looking, barely old enough to drink girls are flirting with him. All right? Because those are the only girls that exist in fucking Milwaukee. All right? So, and I've been in Milwaukee, okay? I know what these fucking girls look like, all right? Christ, he's living in Chicago, man. I've been in Milwaukee several times. All right, think Laverne and Shirley. That's what the girls really look like. All right. So anyway, so he gets to Milwaukee and he tells that he goes to a fucking bar. Okay. The first thing, as soon as he sits down, his butt's not even getting warm yet. Okay. Some hot girl, average looking actually, named Stacy. She notices him and his British accent. Are you from London? Are you from Great Britain? Like fucking, I guess she's seen a map in her life. All right. And then he also meets another hot girl named Jeannie. Okay. Now the hot girl Stacy. Who the fuck is her, man? I know I wrote these names down. Fucking Stacy, man. God damn it, dude. Who gives a shit, right? But Jeannie, I can tell you, Jeannie, one of the girls that they meet there, Jeannie's played by January Jones. Okay, you probably know who she is. Okay, she was on a TV show called Mad Men, which I never fucking watched, but I heard it was very good. Something about this guy named Don Draper who fucks a lot of women in the 1950s or 60s, and even though he assumed that identity, it's not who he really is. Anyway, I never watched the show, but I do know she was in it. Apparently, they had fucking fake titties back in the 1950s. All right. I also saw her in a movie called X-Men First Class, okay, which is a prequel to the X-Men movies. It takes place in the 60s, and apparently they had fake titties back in 1963 also, because January Jones plays Emma Frost, the White Queen, in that movie. And she's got a big pair of fake-ass titties, even though the movie's supposed to take place in 1963. So that's where I do know her from. That's January Jones. Okay. We also meet Carol Ann, another Carol. We already met Carl, and we met Carol, okay, who is Claudia Schiffer's character. I already talked about that one with Liam Neeson. But now we got another girl named Carol Ann, just to make sure you don't confuse them, okay? And Carol Ann is played by Elisha Cuthbert, okay, a hottie from that TV show 24. If you ever watched that show, I watched that show. The first few seasons were pretty good. Then it got so fucking formulaic that I got tired of it. Okay, how many times is Jack Bauer gonna fucking be depressed and almost die? In every fucking season, Elisha Cuthbert, his daughter, what's her name, Kim Bauer, every fucking season her boyfriend either went to jail, got killed, or lost a fucking something got amputated. Okay, so that was every fucking season. It just got boring after a while. That's where I know her from, Elisha Cuthbert. Everyone remembers the fucking what was it? The fucking the wildcat or the cougar scene, where she's stuck in there was a tiger or some shit out in the woods when she was stuck out there. Anyway, yeah, that's Elisha Cuthbert. Okay, so she plays Carol Ann. All right, and then we meet some other girls later on. All right, but yeah, so these are the girls he meets at the bar: January Jones and fucking Carol Ann. January Jones and Elisha Cuthbert. And of course, the three girls start I don't know the third girl's name. The three girls start flirting with him and shit. Okay, they're sitting at the bar drinking Bud Light. Okay, and blah blah blah. And they like him a lot because he's got the fucking British accent. Okay, and for using the same words. Oh my God, what word is that? He's like, what word is cookie over there? Cookie? Oh use? You know? What is beer over there? Beer? Oh my God, it's the same word we use. We call that beer too. You know, stupid ass shit like that, all right? And of course, she asks him, okay, so where are you staying? Because this happens in real life when you go to a bar. Okay, he says, oh, I haven't found it, but I was going to stay at a motel. And then they're like, oh, well, there is that is like a bad point. It's like, well, we have a place available where you can stay with us, but unfortunately, there's 4 of us and we only have 1 bed, so you're gonna have to share it with us. And he's like, oh, I guess that will be all right. Oh, and another thing you need to know is that we don't wear clothes when we go to sleep. We're so poor we can't even afford pajamas. So you'll have to be okay with sleeping naked with us in bed. I'm sure I'll manage. That kind of fucking shit. The nerd guy and the hot girl fucking trope that you see in all the fucking chick flicks. It's bullshit, but just go with it, all right? This is some bad, terrible porn. I don't mean that in a good way. Okay? They only have 1 little bed to share with the 3 of them, okay? Can't afford pajamas, okay? So they have to sleep naked, okay? Okay, and they go, oh, and you haven't even met our 4th roommate, Harriet, yet. And they're like, yeah, she's the sexy one. Does this happen in real life? Yeah, if you're fucking famous and rich. Yeah, it does happen. Okay, not if you're some fucking nerdy guy from fucking England. Okay, I'm not saying you won't get laid. I'm sure there'll be some girl in there that's gonna fucking, want to fuck a limey. I'm pretty sure that'll happen. But the fact that the hottest girls and nothing but hot young girls all want him at the same time for a fucking 5-way, okay, in their fucking apartment, okay, after they just met him 2 hours ago, unless they're asking for some fucking money in return, then no, this would never fucking happen, okay? But they just want you to fucking go with it, okay? He's really happy for him because he couldn't fucking even get a girl to look at him, okay, in England, but now he's up to his fucking neck in hot ass pussy in America, in Milwaukee no less, okay? Yeah, Milwaukee. That's where you go for the hot girls, Milwaukee. All right. Anyway, so the end of this movie, I'm going to conclude the entire fucking movie here, okay? Now I've got rid of that bullshit storyline. The conclusion takes place 1 month after all the events that we've seen, all the fucking relationships, all the non-relationships, all the fights and the heartbreak, and oh, I just realized I love you, and all that bullshit that they've showed over and over again. Okay, 1 month later at the airport, everyone's at the airport again. All the characters are there. Okay, Jamie shows up. Okay, Jamie, Colin Firth's character. I talked about this in the last video, okay, where he introduces his new girlfriend, Ariella. Yeah, the Portuguese woman who learned English. He tried to learn Portuguese, but he fucked it up. Okay, he went over there and the entire fucking town followed him to her restaurant to bother her while she's at work so he could tell her that he loved her. And the restaurant was busy, even though it was fucking Christmas when it happened. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so he shows up there at the airport with his girlfriend Ariella to meet, and the friends that pick him up at the airport are, we've seen them before, Mark, Peter, and fucking Juliet, okay, yes, that's Keira Knightley's character, okay, and they're all there, and she gets to meet Jamie's friends, and then she tells Jamie with her broken English how she picked the wrong American to fuck, and that eventually she's gonna fuck his hotter British guy friends, okay, yes. I'm not making that up. She makes a joke about that. And I don't think it's a joke, honestly. Given his track record, I don't think it's a joke. Okay, she's going to fuck both of those guys, I'll bet. Okay, that's okay, because he'll just go to the fucking his chalet in fucking France and fucking other maid. All right, hopefully he'll be fucking the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking fired, and then he'll have a fucking kid with her. All right, so that's how that storyline ends. Okay, Harry arrives. That's Alan Rickman's character. He got his ass chewed out a month earlier because his wife Emma Thompson, Karen, whose brother is the prime minister, she found a fucking gold necklace that he bought for his secretary for Christmas. He did not buy it for her, so of course that's worse than fucking him cheating on her with that secretary. It's worse when they actually bought her an expensive piece of jewelry. That's worse, okay? So she basically cut off his balls for it. I'm such a fool. girl. Yeah, that kind of shit, whatever. Yeah, well, I guess he's back. She kicked him out of the house for a month. He's coming back, and she gives him a kiss. He returns to London. It doesn't look like Karen has forgiven him. She's kind of giving him the cold shoulder, even though he did not fuck this girl. He just bought her a fucking necklace, all right? Okay, but yeah, she still treats him like the fucking piece of shit that all men are in these fucking movies, all right? Joanna returns from America. Joanna's the little 11-year-old black girl that sang at the fucking Christmas show at her fucking junior high school, okay? And then immediately after she left the stage, she went straight to the fucking airport to go back to New York for Christmas. And of course, Sam's an 11-year-old boy whose mom was married to Daniel, his stepfather, but his mom passed away and Daniel's still taking care of him. The fact that Sam has a biological father out there somewhere is never brought up by any fucking character in this movie. Daniel is going to continue to raise fucking Sam. Okay, and he raised him to be a fucking pussy. Talk about being progressive. This is like transgenderism before it was even cool. All right, so he basically teaches his stepson to be a pussy, throw away his masculinity, and just be a bitch and do whatever the fuck the girl wants him to do for the rest of his fucking life, and that's gonna make him happy. And there's nothing you can do about it because love, you're fucked. You're in love, that means you're fucked. Okay, that's what he fucking teaches her. Which explains why Daniel, Liam Neeson's character, only dates fucking single moms. He only falls in love with single moms, okay? Because nothing gets him fucking wetter down there than the thought of fucking raising another man's kid. All right? So anyway, Joanna comes back from New York, okay? She returns and Sam is there waiting for her, okay? Even though he's like 11 and she's like 12. Like, what do you want me to say about this, okay? Anyway, Daniel, by the way, is now effectively dating Carol, okay? That's the girl that he met at the fucking Christmas show, okay? Carol, of course, is a single mom. He's not attracted to any other girls except single moms. You know, that way, you know, he can take care of the fucking, the guy, the hotter guy's fucking offspring, okay? That's what turns him on. Okay, and Carol, of course, is played by Claudia Schiffer. There was a joke earlier in the movie about how he was gonna date Claudia Schiffer. Haha. Well, now he is dating Claudia Schiffer. Okay, metaphorically speaking, because in this movie there is the real Claudia Schiffer, and then there's this woman Carol who looks exactly like Claudia Schiffer. Okay, well they fall in love immediately once they look at each other for the first fucking time. Well, actually, they fall in love as soon as both of their children, his stepson and her son. Okay, remember that kid's got a biological father too who ain't around. Okay, once those sons meet each other, then the parents meet each other. Okay, and as soon as Claudia Schiffer / Carol and fucking Liam Neeson / Daniel lock eyes, like, it's just like that. Now they're immediately in love. Well, guess what? It's a month later and they're effectively dating now. Okay, he just fucking buried his wife. Okay, earlier in this movie. Okay, like what? By this time it would have been 2 months ago that he fucking buried his wife because we were there for the funeral, and now he's fucking somebody else. Good for you, dude. Good for you. Okay, the important thing is it's a single mom, so now you got another fucking kid to raise that's not yours. All right, yeah, because that turns every guy on. That's what we want. All right, so that's going on there. Yeah, who gives a shit? Okay, Tony bumps into John and Just You. Now, Tony is the black guy. He's the friend of Colin, the guy I just told you about who went to America to get laid. Okay, well, he's a producer, an assistant producer. And while he's at the airport, too, he bumps into John and Just Judy. Okay, now, John is played by fucking The Hobbit, goddamn fucking Bilbo Baggins. Don't ask me. Martin Freeman. There you go. All right. And I think Joanna Page plays fucking Just Judy. Anyway, they're body doubles for better looking actors. They're the ones that film the sex scenes. When you see two famous movie stars do a sex scene, it's not really them having the sex scene. It's these body doubles, okay? That's why fucking Martin Freeman and Brad Pitt have the exact same body. No, they fucking don't. Martin Freeman looks like fucking shit. All right, but apparently he's the body double for fucking Brad Pitt. Okay, anyway, they fell in love while they were doing some simulated sex scenes in the fucking movie. And now they just got married, which means that they just met each other 6 weeks ago, and now they're getting married. And they bump into Tony, and guess what? They're on the reason they're at the airport is because they're on their way to their fucking honeymoon. Two uglies getting married. Yes, there'll be a law against that. Ugly people should not be allowed to have children. Okay, but not in this universe. All right, so that's going on here. Okay, next one, Colin. Colin, yes, the guy we've been following here, the fucking the ugly ass nerdy fucking British guy who went to America. He returns with a couple of hotties with him. Yeah, he comes back with some hot pussy. All right, you know. and he comes back with two hotties. Harriet, that's the one that was mentioned. That's the sexy one of the roommates that we did not see in the bar. Okay, well, Harriet turns out is played by fucking what's the name of Shannon Elizabeth, okay, who used to be a big deal back then in 2003. She's not a big deal anymore. You remember her? She was the foreign exchange student from fucking American Pie, okay, that Jewish kid was trying to impress, with doing the dance and shit, back when we had the little ball cameras on our fucking home computers. Remember that? Okay, that's Shannon Elizabeth. She was also in fucking what is it, Jay and Silent Bob, fucking Strike Back, or one of those shit. Yeah, one of those movies. Those Kevin Smith movies. All right. And then I think she was in a Scream movie, or she was in a Scream parody or some shit like that. Anyway, Shannon Elizabeth, she was a hottie. She was a big hottie back in the day. Not so much anymore because she's too old. All right. But back then she was hot. Okay. Fake tits and all. All right. So she's there, and this is the girl that fucking that Colin has around his arm. Well, guess what? He brought another girl for Tony. Okay, and this girl is Carla. Okay, so we got a Carl in this movie, and now we got a Carla. We had a Carol in this movie, and we also had a Carol Ann. Okay, so now we got a Carla, who is played by fucking Denise Richards. Now we all know Denise Richards is is Charlie Sheen's ex-wife. Okay, and I remember her from Starship Troopers. Remember that movie? Okay, but she's been on some other shit too. I think she's one of the Real Housewives. She's all fucked up and on fucking drugs now, but she's one of the Real Housewives and shit. And I think she actually left. She left Charlie Sheen because she was fucking Richard Sambora, okay, who at the time was married to Heather Locklear, and they were friends. They actually went to events together. Okay, they were both fucking a bunch of fucking groupies back in the day. Well, yeah, Denise Richards ran off with Richard Sambora, who, of course, everyone knows was the guitar player for Bon Jovi, who actually got a hell of a lot more pussy than Bon Jovi ever got. How is that possible? How is it that the fucking guitarist in your band, not the lead singer Bon Jovi, the guitarist gets more fucking ass than the goddamn lead singer will? And Bon Jovi, that was the case. Richard Sambora is a legend when it comes to fucking groupies. All right, he was married to Heather Locklear, okay, and then he fucking left Heather Locklear because she got too fucking old for Denise Richards. Okay, that's a true story. That's Denise Richards, okay, and she's in this fucking movie. And I remember her when she was in an episode of the fucking Ben Stiller show, and that was in the early 90s. But anyway, I remember her from Starship Troopers. All right, so yeah, so she shows up, and I guess that's the girl that fucking Tony's gonna hook up with. All right. Blah, 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 okay? And finally, the Prime Minister, fucking Tony Blair. No, not Tony Blair. That was the real Prime Minister at the time. No, the Prime Minister, David, he has no last name, played by Hugh Grant. He arrives, okay, I guess with his security team, the Royal Marines, or whatever the fuck he has, He arrives at the airport, because that's believable that he would arrive there with an entire crowd. Like, he wouldn't just fucking fly to a private wing of the airport, reserved for fucking diplomats and foreign dignitaries. No, he arrives in the fucking main lobby where all the regular passengers are, okay? And of course, once he gets off the plane, there's Natalie with her big fucking fat ass, her 27-year-old fat ass, okay, intern, okay, yeah, in America, we call it a fucking scandal, but in this movie and in England, it's called a fucking love story. Love Actually is what it's called, okay, and she's waiting there for him, for the Prime Minister, of course, all the cameras and the paparazzi are there, and she jumps on him, and he fucking fingers her big fucking tight little big butthole, all right, and that happens in front of everybody, okay, and then finally, the movie concludes with you see all these different montages of a whole bunch of different relatives and loved ones and family members hugging each other, reuniting, saying hello after the holidays are over. There are people kissing at the airport and shit. They just got back from fucking cheating on them. Okay, and yeah, that's how the movie fucking ends. Thank fucking God. All right, so what did we learn? What did we learn from this fucking movie? Okay, we learned that if you get fucked over, it's okay to date women that tell you they're gonna fuck you over, okay? Because that means it's true love, okay? It's worse to fucking buy a gift for another girl than it is to actually fuck the other girl, okay? Your wife will punish you more for buying the other girl a gift than she will for actually fucking the other girl. So the moral of the story is just fuck the other girl. You'll get punished less. All right. What else did we learn here? Okay, that if you're in love with your best friend's wife, okay, you should wait till after they're married to tell him, okay, because that'll help you fucking, not waste your fucking life. All right, yeah, we learned that too. What else did we learn? Okay, that if you're a little boy, okay, and your mom is dead, okay, and you should really rely on your stepfather, not your real father, your stepfather, to give you advice to emasculate you so you can grow up and be a fucking pussy. Okay, that's how that one was going to work out. That's the best. That's the best option you have. Okay, if you're a man, okay, only date single moms. Only dates, because only single moms will love you, at least until they die. Will love you unconditionally and make you fucking happy and not make you feel like you wasted your whole fucking life raising a bunch of kids instead of raising your own. Okay, so yeah, so date single moms. Okay, and what else did we learn? Okay, that if you want to get laid, go to another country. Okay, if you're a nerd, go to another country because only the hottest women there will hit on you. Okay, and if you're a prime minister of a fucking country and you happen to be a bachelor, it's okay to fuck your employees because all the other employees are just going to applaud it and cheer it, and so will the paparazzi and the foreign dignitaries and the media. They think it's the greatest thing that ever happened. Look how it worked out for fucking Bill Clinton. All right, and also that if you're in love with a coworker, not have a crush on, in love, you don't know him. If you're in love with a fucking hot coworker, it's better to hang out with your fucking mentally disabled, violent brother who's trying to beat the shit out of you than it is to get laid on Christmas. Luckily, the other guy has nothing going on in his fucking life either on Christmas. Okay, so we learned that as well. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. I think that wraps up everything there. Yeah. Oh yeah, if you're a fucking a has-been singer, okay, like in your 50s and 60s, okay, and you're trying to make a comeback. Okay, you should really just threaten to fucking sing a song naked if it hits #1, because everybody wants to see your fucking 60-year-old wrinkled up ass on stage singing fucking "Love Is All Around," a song that came out 500 fucking years ago. All right, so there, that's what we've learned from fucking Love Actually. Okay, it's a piece of shit movie. It's always been it'd always be a piece of shit movie. If you want to watch it, go ahead and watch it. I can tell you what to do. Okay, but come on, don't you have better things to do with your life? I know I do. All right, I'm done watching this movie forever. I don't even care. If I date another girl and she makes me watch this movie, I'm going to say, nope. I've seen it enough times, okay? I've seen it more than once, and that was more than enough, all right? Okay, in the meantime, I thank you very much for being on this journey with me through Love Actually. I'm going to take a break now since fucking the holidays are right around the corner. Once the holidays are over, I'm going to come back and start reviewing movies again and shit, okay? Because this is what I do for fun. I do this for my free time for fun. This is not my job. I do this for fun, okay? But I like doing it, so that's why I do it, okay? I'm going to review your fucking chick flicks and give you a straight man's point of view, because that's what I fucking do here, okay? The real question you need to ask yourself is, can you handle it? Can you handle the truth? And you can't. Of course you can't. Of course you can't. That's why I'm going to give it to you straight up, baby, with no lube. There is no lube here. Don't even look for it. I ain't got any. Ain't got any. All right. Y'all have a happy holidays and a happy new year, and I will see you next time. Thank you.